This is Sirius XM Channel 84, the ESPNU station. It's the Field of 68 after dark. My name is Rob Doster. I have Jeff Goodman with me. I have Doug Gottlieb with me, and we need to talk about Jim Boeheim. I got some facts for you guys. Are you ready for this?
Hey, I'm ready.
So Syracuse lost by 20 today at Duke. They are now 9-10 on the season and 3-5 in the ACC. They have not finished better than 10-8 in the ACC since 2014. They haven't finished with fewer than 10 losses since 2014. 2014 was the first year that they came to the ACC. They are right now on track to miss the fourth of the last 8 NCAA tournaments. I know that the tournament got canceled in 2020. Syracuse was not going to make it to the tournament in 2020. So I'm canceling.
You never know. I'm
counting it as a miss. Outside of a few tournament runs, Syracuse right now, this program is basically NC State in orange. Jeff, putting you on the spot. Is it time for Jim Boeheim to hang him up?
You are putting me in the spot.
Yeah.
Because my daughter applied at Syracuse.
Ooh.
And we sat down with Jim Boeheim for about an hour and a quarter. So if she does go to Syracuse, this is going to be very awkward for me. But I would say he's 77 years old. I think if you look at it, you say to yourself, it's probably not going to get much better at this point. And I always worry because I saw it happen with Lute Olson, the health part of it too. Go out while you are healthy. Go out while you can enjoy some time with your wife, Julie, and go travel and do what it. Now, again, Jim loves coaching. He does. He loves it. And I asked him about it when I was with him preseason. And he said to me, he said, listen, I'm not the one running up and down the court. And he is in sound mind. Listen, if you talk to Jim Boeheim, he doesn't sound or act any different than he did 15 years ago. But you look at it, they've been over that stretch that you mentioned, Rob. Their league record is 65-58. Okay. They've made some tournaments. They've made some Sweet 16s. They made a Final Four in that stretch. But I think it is time because I think you're at a point, you're not recruiting at a high enough level and you're not winning at a high enough level. Now, I don't know who gets it next and if they can elevate it back to what it was. Syracuse is not an easy place to recruit to. So I don't know if whether you're going to get Red Autry or Jerry McNamara. I assume it's going to be a choice between one of those two, whether they're able to get it there. But I think, yes, you've coached your sons now. The time is probably now. And honestly, for me, it's for Jim Boeheim. Like go out the right way.
So you think he's going to leave with his son still having eligibility? I mean, we're talking reality.
No, so his son, Jimmy is going to petition for one more year. He might get it.
He'll probably get it.
You never
right
know.
Because
the NCAA.
Crazy.
Wait, you trust the NCAA?
Yes, because right now everybody like the NCAAs, they back like it was like the NIL stuff. They're like, we just fine, whatever, do whatever. Like they've just completely waved the white flag on everything. Yep. You know,
but are they going to be better when Buddy leaves?
No, look, they're bad because they're bad. The same reason they're bad on defense is the same reason they're decent on offense, right? And It's really hard to recruit when you have a coach's son, let alone 2 coaches' sons, because everybody recruits against daddy ball. Like, hey, man, doesn't matter. He's going to play his kids. And those 2 can't guard anybody, right? They can't play in a zone. And we know they don't play man-to-man. They just not great length. And they're also not, and you're like, well, they're not putting the dudes around them that they used to put around some of their best players. So, and I don't necessarily, most people would point to the staff, but having a brother that was on a staff that had 3 coaches' sons, it's impossible because everybody knows like who's going to take the shots, who's going to get, you don't even have to give preferential treatment. And by the way, one of your sons is their best player. So it's like, It's just the way it is. Should he retire? He should have retired a long time ago when they went to the Final Four, right? It's like my coach, rest in peace, Coach Sutton. He should have retired when he went to the Final Four in 2004, right? That's the time. But this thing is addictive and it's not the money. And Jim, he's got plenty of money. It's, they want to win. They're competitive dudes.
And they don't have other things. They love it. They do like it. It's what they know.
He does have other things, but it's like, it's all he knows. It's all he's done. And part of it is they always feel like if they retire that you feel like you're dead, right? Like,
they get old. Right.
Yeah, you do. You get, you guys get old. Now, Roy looks better having
Yeah,
been
he
away from it.
does.
Now he's
He
kind of
does.
tour around the country. But you don't tour around the country unless you do miss it. Like he misses being in that locker room. No question. Should he? Yes, of course. Of course. Will he? Of course not. And what he should do is he's like, look, when my sons are done, I'm done. But the idea that anyone's going to tell Jim Boeheim when he walks away, the reality is, and he would tell you in his own special way, he's kept that university, that athletic department afloat while football's been a disaster. And he's right, right? He's right. So I don't know, man, you give your entire life to a university. If you suck your last couple years, so be it. The question is,
that's where I'm at with it too, though. So like, that's where I'm at with it too. He's done enough for that program, for that school, for that basketball team, to be able to say, I'm going to go until I'm done. And
of course
and he's also like, I want to play my sons. Go ahead, go do it. You've earned that right over the course of the last, 50 years now that he's been there. So like, I mean, look, it sucks. And I know that the Syracuse fans are kind of fired up about it now, but if what he wants to do is go out and coach his sons and just take a shot at it, why not? And you know what this team's probably going to end up doing? They're probably going to reel off 5 straight in the ACC tournament.
Yep.
Yeah. Get like a 13 seed in the tournament and make it to a Sweet 16. And Syracuse fans are going to be all excited because they were awesome.
I don't think that's
just what they do.
It won't happen.
Well, isn't it amazing on how a league, when it was put together, it was, oh my God, this is murderer's row, right? Murderer's row. And now Carolina, nothing, right? Louisville, oh my God, nothing. What's going on there?
Yep.
Syracuse, like you're talking, and I think Duke obviously has a very good succession plan in place, but let's be honest. I don't know how much you know, John. I know him a little bit. It feels like it should work, but it's just different when you don't have the old man on the sidelines. It's a different level of respect from the officials. The players react differently. It's just that 18 inches over is different. But this league on paper, if you would have told any of us 10 years ago, here's the league, 15 years ago, here's the league. You've been like, how does anybody win that league with less than, how does Virginia will never get up off the mat ever, And by the way, Virginia's awful. Virginia's not good.
No, they lost it at NC State. They're not. Nobody's good in the league other than Duke. Nobody. Like nobody's. It could legitimately. You could make a case that it should be a one bid league. I know they're going to get 3, 4. They're going to get 4 probably minimum, but are they going to be 4 that are like seeded 10th, 11th, and 12th? They could be.
Yeah, I think you're probably only going to have one winning a game. I think it's almost certain that you're going to have just one making it out of the first weekend.